If you give me 43 seconds, I will show you how you can get scammed online. Here are the top 5 ways in which you can get scammed online. Or, see how easily you can get scammed online. Okay, in case you have no idea what I'm doing, I'm basically trying to make fun of all those ads that you see, usually on YouTube or stuff like that, where people are trying to get you to buy their courses, buy their webinars, their mentorships, or whatever it might be, their programs. And they tend to sound pretty scammy, and I kind of wanted to go through them. A lot of them are scams, and a lot of them are legit. There's actually really good information out there, and I wanted to go through the ways in which you can tell what's a scam, what's legit, how you can be more secure and feel more secure about where to spend your money. So first of all, I want to go through the obvious things. Obviously, with all the people offering stuff out there, some of them are going to be legitimate. Not 100% of them are going to be scams. There are legitimate ones. On the other hand, there are definitely scams out there. And so you're right to be skeptical if you start thinking that everything that pops up with these random ads or whatever it might be is a scam. And I think that's sort of a good starting place. On the other hand, there is good information out there, and very often, if it's done correctly, it could be the information you're looking for. Because of the algorithm or whatever, you actually are searching for someone to help you out with whatever it might be in life, and then you get connected to someone who offers legitimate help, and it could really help you. So how can you figure this out? Well, there are a couple ways to go about it. First of all, realize a couple things. You should realize that whatever they're offering you in this course, whatever course it might be, chances are that information is already out there online. I don't care what the topic of the course is. If it's sales, if it's marketing, if it's photography, if it's graphic design, if it's translation, whatever it might be, that information is probably out there somewhere online already. The internet is very big, and so that information is out there. So you might think, okay, then why do I want to get a course? Well, there are a couple of reasons to get a course. First of all the information in a course that's done properly, done well, is all there in one place. It's usually done in chronological order, the order in which you will encounter it, in which you need to take it into account in order to learn whatever it is you need to learn. It also points out things that you might not know to search for. It knows what the unknown unknowns are, if that makes any sense. Like, you might not know what to look out for and what not to look out for. You might not know certain problems that might come up or might not come up. You might not know that there are certain things you can look for to help you out. To give you an example, maybe if you want to do online ads and you decide, okay, I'm going to look up Google Ads and see how that works. You find places online that help you with Google Ads, that's great. And I'm going to find Facebook ads. You find a place online that help you with Facebook ads, great. And you can tell yourself, okay, I didn't need to pay for anything. I figured out how to do both on my own, and so I don't need any help. Well, maybe you should have been looking up LinkedIn ads. Maybe you didn't think to look it up. Why didn't you think to look it up? Well, because you haven't gone through this before. And maybe someone is saying, well, if you're offering something professional, maybe you should try LinkedIn ads, because people are in a more professional state of mind when they're surfing on LinkedIn. And so the ads will be more relevant. And not only that, then they'll know exactly how to target things in a way that you didn't even think about before, because they've done this before. And the experts who've done this before know what they're talking about. And so they know in which direction to lead you. And this can be invaluable, because very often you might think you know what you need to learn, but you're not 100% there yet. And so someone needs to guide you along that process. I mean, if you think about it, anytime you want to learn anything else, like a new language, chances are you can find all the information you need somewhere online, but you'll still pay for a language course, because they will guide you through the right way, the right order in which to learn things, and then how to relate one thing to the other, et cetera, et cetera. So another question that often comes up is, in addition to, well, you can find all the information online, so why should you take a course? Another thing is like, well, if they already made their millions from drop shipping or from lead generation or whatever it is, why are they charging us to teach it? Why don't they teach us that for free? And the fact is, this is true. You need to ask yourself that. And if someone says, I made a gajillion bucks from drop shipping, I don't know why I always seem to get ads for drop shipping, even though I have zero interest in drop shipping. But they say, I made a gajillion bucks from drop shipping, and I'm going to teach you the secret how to do it. You just need to, sign up for my course for $199. And so at that point, I'm thinking, well, if you made your millions, why are you charging me $199 to teach me? So They made their millions from drop shipping. They're not dedicating their time and effort and energy and resources to doing more drop shipping, but rather they decided to do something totally new, which is become a teacher and teach a course, and they're charging for that. And you see the issue there, right? And so you need to ask yourself why they're doing it. Now, there could be legitimate reasons. It could be that they actually want people to learn. And so they do offer the course. And you'd think, well, why are they charging? Well, because they want people who are serious. And very often, I know this from experience, the only way to guarantee that people who are following what you do and who actually take your course, the only way to guarantee they're serious is to charge something. Because once you offer something for free, you get so many people out there just wanting, not taking it seriously, And anytime anything is free, people go on it right away, and then they don't take it seriously. They don't even take the course at all. They just sign up and then that's it. And so as soon as you charge, you know that the seriousness level goes up. But also there's the fact that something that's worth it is worth charging for. And so I've said this before for my course as well, and I didn't want to make this about me, but I think it's a good example. Here on YouTube, I offer a lot of information for free. And yeah, you could probably find most of the stuff in my course, if not all of it, here on YouTube. On the other hand, you have no idea what to look for, when to look for it, how to look for it, depending on what you need. But in my course and my book, I have everything in chronological order and spelt out neatly and nicely for you. So it's all there in a package. And I charge for that. And I don't apologize for charging for that because I know it's worth it. And because of that, I understand the logic behind charging for something that's worth it. However, having said that, a lot of people they say they've made their millions from drop shipping, but they're actually in the business of trying to make their millions from their course. And so they want to sell you that course no matter what. So these are a couple things you can do to make sure you don't get dragged into that. So first of all, what I try to do is I try to do a Google search for their name. I search for their name. I search for them on LinkedIn, importantly, and I try to see what other information there is about them, especially over time. Chances are they've been very good. If they're offering the course now, they've made sure that all first page of the Google results show favorable things for now. But I try to go back in time, see what information there is, and you can do this with Google and show searches from, that only took place in earlier dates. And then I also try to do a couple other things. I try to Google their name plus scam to see if anything pops up, because you never know. And then I also try to follow them for a while. I try never to fall for the whole thing. Like they'll say, apply in the next 2 days, the next 20 minutes, and you'll get a huge discount, something like that. I'm like, no. If it's worth it, it's worth it. And I'll figure something else out later. But for now, I'll just follow them, keep their name in mind, and every now and then Google for the next month, or maybe even 2 months or something like that. And then in a month or two, I'll look back and see if there's any new information about them. And because at that point, people will have started taking their course and something, and more information will have trickled down. Chances are they stopped with the YouTube ads. And so you can really tell if they're legitimate or not. And I'm sure at that point, if I'm still interested in them, I can get in touch with them and say, hey, I'm interested in your course. Do you have any more promotions going on? And chances are they'll be happy to send you a promotion your way because it's better to have someone than not have someone. And at that point, by the way, you've decided that they're legitimate. And so you know that you're dealing with someone legitimate and not someone who's trying to scam you. And so it's better anyway. But don't ever feel pressured to do something. Especially if it's someone that you can't find much information on, that they've just sprouted on the scene recently. You don't want to do that. And you want to be able to take your time with these decisions and make sure it's the right decision. And that's basically what I do. And so hopefully this can help you out. Just keep in mind that there are a lot of things out there. It's good to be very skeptical about them. And you should ask yourself if the information is worth it, properly packaged in a deal that can work for you. Second of all, what their motivation is. If they've already made their millions, why are they teaching this? And why should they charge for it? And then third of all, follow those little points that I mentioned about Google them plus scam, and following them for a while to see how it plays out. And that way you can feel a lot more secure about your decision. Some things might fall through the cracks, and so you never know. You do take a risk that you might miss out on a great deal, or even after all that, they might still turn out to be sort of scammy or maybe just not right for you, quite frankly. And that can happen, but you can there's a lot less chance of that, let's say, if you follow these steps ahead of time. And that way you can feel a lot more sure about yourself when you actually do decide to purchase whatever it might be and to go ahead with it. So hopefully this helps you out if you find yourself in this situation, because I know a lot of people do, especially when they're online on YouTube and stuff like that. And these are some of the methods that I've been using when I try to decide whether I want to pay for something or not. And yeah, otherwise, I'll talk to you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye. Sabido.